Hello everybody, it's Carl again at Manabu Farms, and we just happen to have newborn babies and we thought we'd give you a little peek here. They just got done today. If you bring that camera on in, you can see the fur in here wiggling and moving. We'll just do a little pull back real quick and look at that pile of cute pink babies everywhere.
Some would see that as snake food.
Holy Toledo. How many we got in here?
I say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 baby bunnies? Jeez.
Now, Carl, is that normal? How many rabbits does a baby or a rabbit normally give babies?
I've had this much before, but yeah, that's what's interesting is we have two mothers in this cage, and it's kind of a new experiment for us to see if two mothers would be able to share a cage together when they're both pregnant and having babies. And so I've had cats before who have had litters near each other, and they have shared the responsibilities of motherhood and had one nesting spot. So I'm wondering if both bunnies have had their babies today, because they were both bred on the same day, and if they're sharing a nesting spot together. That could...
Well, would you be able to palpate the other rabbit and notice whether or not there are rabbits inside?
I would, yeah, but I'm not going to for at least another couple days, just in case.
Don't want to injure them?
Yeah, to see if she does have another litter in there, but 14 is kind of an interesting number, that's for sure. I've seen, usually the rule with animals all around is, and this is only an average rule, and as usual we know rules get broken, but the amount of nipples a creature has determines, divided in half, is the amount of babies they are capable of usually having on average. So like us humans who have two, we usually only have one baby. Of course we can have twins and triplets and things like that. So but the baby here who has, 6 to 8 usually has 4 to 6 to 9 bunnies or so is the maximum I usually have on the farm. But 14 is a big number, that's for sure. So we'll see what's going on. So these bunnies won't be part of the, obviously big enough within my 30-day trial, but they are all part of the raising your own food experience.
And as far as eating goes, they're not gonna be ready to eat in 30 days?
Correct. The average span of a bunny for frying up the bunny meat, you want about 2 months to 2.5 months old.
Okay.
After that, it gets a little more chewier, and you want to do more of a stew and things like that.
Okay.
So the bunnies that are over in this cage, if you want to follow me, over here, which this cage actually gets moved every day so that they can have more grazing range. These bunnies will be 2 months old on the 6th of June. So they'll be 2 months then. And we'll probably, because they're a little bit smaller, we'll probably let them go, until the 16th for sure. When I start my trial, it's probably the first day I'll harvest one of them.
Okay. And as for eating goes, it's 2 months, but you can trade them at any time, correct?
You want them to be at least 6 weeks old.
Okay, so
that way they're off the mother's milk and onto the hard food or whatever, grass or whatever you're feeding them.
All right.
Good questions, by the way.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Just keep looking forward to that next video. We're doing a new video every day now. So, hello everybody again. It's May 25th, I believe. And one of the things we're doing to get ready is, at this time of the season around our garden, you get lots of little mites and bugs. And you can come here and I'll show you one. I've already been doing a lot of these, so before I realized I should be filming this. You'll see all these little buggers right here living on that plant.
I don't know if we can really see it on here, but we can describe, they look like little seeds almost. It just kind of looks like blue fuzz on the
Okay, well, blue fuzz is good enough, but they're little bugs. Let's see if we hold it real still for a second, we might get a good picture. Anyways,
what we can do is we can look
it often looks better
Do we know what kind of what the name of these bugs are?
They're an aphid of some sort.
An aphid, huh? Oh yeah. So yeah. And are they always usually on the same spots of leaves, or do you have to?
You got to look for them. They'll be on most of on the tender, soft spots on the insides. They start off in here, make little holes, and then move out.
Okay.
So there's lots of different ways. Ladybugs, of course. Predator mites. One of the best ways you can defend your garden is by growing soybeans. Putting some soybeans in a box, because they put off a neat little pheromone that when they get bitten by bugs like this, they put off a pheromone of predator mite, the female predator mite. So it tracks the male predator mites right to the soybean plant and into your garden bed to fight off bugs like this.
Oh, nice.
But hose with a blaster is probably your safest, most organic way. You get right down on there close to the leaf, you're not going to hurt it, and you just blast them off and kill them. And that's about it. So we're going around the garden because a lot of the plants have these little buggers on them today, and that's part of what we're doing today to keep our food safe for that next month.
All right.
All right, thank you. Okay, what's really neat about this camera is it's waterproof, so it's safe to have it right down there at the shot.
Oh, nice. That was a good shot. And as you can see, it's now gone.
All gone. One of the things the bugs do when they start eating it is they weaken the plant, and that causes the plant to close up on itself in defense. So if you see a leaf folded over and looking like this one here's probably got some bugs in it too.
Okay, you see, but here, pull that, twist
look at this one here.
Oh yeah.
Open that up and there's a cluster right there eating on the inside of that leaf. And so, blast them off.
Let's check out that other one too and see. You can look and you can see how it is closed right over. Yeah. It almost looks like it turned the leaf into a
baby
pod.
Ones, yeah. Oh wow, look at this one here. See how this one's all closed up?
Yeah.
They're on that side of the leaf, all big cluster of them.
Now with that one, would you want to like, say just pluck the whole leaf and maybe throw them in the garbage or something?
Yeah, you might want to.
Get them out of the garden. Because those look like they're still sticking.
Actually, what was sticking there was their old dead that they were living on top of.
Yikes, talk about recycling.
Yeah.
And what is this that we're growing here?
Good question. What I planted here last year was dwarf Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Every one of these plants is a volunteer, but as you see this beautiful ruby mustard sitting here, that was only planted way up there at the top of my garden, and it flew down here. Those yellow flowers you see up there are all ruby mustard. It flew all the way down here and planted itself. So this could be anything from anywhere in my garden, really, because it all volunteered itself. And to be honest, I am a new gardener. I've only been doing this for a few years, and it could be kale, it could be cabbage, but I'm hoping that it's Brussels sprouts who have sprouted themselves back up.
All right.
So, dwarf Brussels sprouts. That's what I'm guessing, but don't hold me to it.
Okay. Notice here there's munch patterns on here. Do you know if these are snail, moth, or those aphids that we just saw? Can you tell?
They are not the aphid, but they could very easily be snail. They also could be the moth. There's a white moth called a cabbage moth that eats, hopefully I can get you a picture of that on this video. And another really interesting thing that I've noticed just the last couple of days is birds. The little tiny baby birds have been flying down and eating my leaves, eating my flowers, eating my seeds, just pecking at everything. It's been a really pain. John Collard from growingyourgreens.com just did a really nice video using onion bags, old onion bags I believe, or old fruit bags, you know, the ones with the patterns on them. To cover his plants so that the birds and stuff couldn't eat the seeds.
Is that made out of like a burlap or a cargo?
It's the lesser stuff, like we as I said, like an onion bag that more.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's less than burlap.
Like you would see at the grocery store, or
Exactly.
something real thin and perforated and airy.
It can breathe through, but will protect the plant itself. Is one way you can cover that and do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Try to get this on camera for you. Right over here in between my boxes, it just landed. There it goes. That is the white cabbage moth. That literally every time it lands on a plant, it's sitting there eating it.
So yeah, even though they're pretty,
they're torturous for your garden.
Hello everybody, it's still May 25th and I just got done, I don't know if you can see that or not because it's so bright out here, just got done carving these trails into here and then pouring compost tea in and mixing that in and then filling it up with water. So we're trying to rehydrate this soil that's in here. I don't have the money this month to add any peat moss or cocoa husk or any perlite or anything like that, so we're just working straight with rabbit poop in the soil I got. But if it was after any event or if you were trying to be 100% self-sustainable, that's all you would have to work with. So it's a good practice for me to learn how to do this now anyways. So here you go, a nice little demonstration. You can see all that broken glass in there, hopefully. You can, green piece over there, and some white and clear pieces over this way. Big chunk right there. Of course, we're going to get all those out of there, but that's what we deal with every time we dig up anything in this area. It seems like it used to be some sort of landfill or something where they were bottle garden, because all we ever find is bottles. Old broken bottles. Okay, well, as I said in many of these pre-videos before, I'm actually a minister, and I'm off to go do a rehearsal for a wedding that I'm doing tomorrow. So,
Hello everybody, this is Carl at Manabu Farms, and we're out at Lot 9 today. And I'm here with Terry, the president of Lot 9, and she's going to give us a little bit of a tour of her garden real quick, or at least part of her garden.
These are my strawberries. I worked hard with fertilizing. I keep horses, so I fertilize with horse manure in the fall to be ready for the springtime. My cow lilies I'm particularly proud of. A big problem I have in this area is slugs. The snails just eat everything. And this has been the first year out of 3 or 4 years that they've finally gotten big enough and not getting eaten. Over here is a lemon tree, roses.
which has some beautiful lemons already on it. See if I can get you a close-up of one of her little lemons. There you go. Then into our hoop house.
Now there's a lot of attractive wire here, and that's because my dog digs things up. So there's many
barriers.
predators in this garden. But I've got peas planted and some free herbs I was given from a store a few years ago. Squash, cucumbers, tomatoes. I love tomatoes. This end I haven't quite planted because it tends to be not get as much sun here.
Ah, blocked by the aquaponics system.
And these are fruit trees. This is a cherry tree, and I'm pretty excited because there's a lot of cherries on it, but I have a problem with birds taking all my cherries.
Yeah.
So I wasn't quite sure how to put netting on, so I wrapped it around.
That's
and
interesting.
I've got to get more netting to do that other part. It came in these thin strips.
I just did a video earlier today, or yesterday, I can't remember, these days are all kind of blending together, on netting for plants and how to defend against the birds. So let's see if you can actually see this netting here that's on all the plants protecting the cherries here. Oh, it's kind of perfect, yeah.
And over here I have my berries.
Wow, that's some
You can
beautiful
go up close
blueberries.
and look, yeah. Last year I did really well, and I think I'm going to do even better this year.
Okay. Come back over this way.
Okay, and I have a new bunny.
A new bunny since the last time we've been out here, huh?
Friend gave him to me. The Count. I think he looks like a vampire bunny with his pink eyes.
Now I have a question. You've done some breeding of your bunnies out here.
Yes.
Did you ever have two females nesting in the same cage?
No.
Okay. I just did that at my property, and I'm not sure if it actually has happened or not, if they've both given birth yet or not, but there's 14 babies in one litter, little nesting thing. So I'm thinking that they both are sharing the nest.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it's a mother and a daughter. It's
Interesting.
It's a mother and a daughter, so I think they might be actually sharing.
Huh.
Gonna have to get some rabbit expert who, let's see if I can see this guy back here.
Now, which one of these is your male and which one's your
Both are
female?
male.
Oh, both of these are both of these are your male. So you're just using pure fertilizer at the moment.
Yeah.
Which you're
yeah.
catching in these tubs down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are fruit trees all along here. That's a peach over there. You can see a bunch of little
You can see a bunch
peaches
of
on
fuzzy
it.
peaches.
My compost container.
And below is the compost container. And this is apple?
This is my pear tree.
Pear. Pear tree.
Actually, it's a graft of several different kinds of pears.
Oh. Much like the little peach nectarine graft tree I was just talking about at lot 1.
This is my plum tree. And this is the apple.
And your aquaponic system is down at the moment.
Yes, it is.
But real quick, we can just show them that this is one of those barrel ponic systems. And there would be the fish tank here, and the grow beds, and then that's your sub tank up there. Okay. And so, yeah. We try at Malibu Farms to always, you know, just like our logo, do the fish and the rabbits. So. Come over here.
This is garlic. Probably some of which might actually be ready for harvest.
You are so lucky. I forgot to do garlic. Can you believe that?
Oh.
And I have no garlic. I'm going to be having to survive for this month. And garlic's like my favorite herb. That's funny.
So I planted different things in between the garlic to try to hide it from the slugs. Got tomatoes hidden in there.
And this is parsley?
Yeah. It just left over from last year. It never died, so I never took it out.
Why would you? When they don't die, they make more.
And you can see my dog has been digging in the garden. The other predator. He's great.
And do you know what type by any chance? I can never remember with my plants what anything is.
I don't know.
Yeah. For the good kind we eat, right?
Yeah. That was the plan. And these are potatoes.
Now is
Grow
this
them with straw on top of them.
okay?
Then you don't have to do the hilling.
Okay.
It keeps a layer on top.
All right. I have to remember that straw on top of the potatoes, so you don't have to do the hilling. And that's some lavender. And a rose.
Roses.
That's a very tall rose.
And there's a couple of herbs, and one of them smells like, I wonder if it's like a lemon oregano or something. I've had them a few years. They look great, and I don't really know.
Does this produce blue flowers?
I don't know.
No flowers at all?
Yeah, I've had flowers.
No, you're right. That's not what I was thinking. That's an oregano or something. You're right. That's that's beautiful smelling though. Again, I wish we had smell vision.
And then this one.
That looks more like a thyme, maybe. Oh, whoa!
It's like lemon. Isn't that nice? And I don't know what to do with it.
Wow! That's oh, I want some of that.
Well, this is the south end of my garden, and the gardening book that I read said put your grapes in the south end of the garden. So, and this is new this year. I've been working for a couple years at making my own bed for flowers I was going to put in it.
I can help you with that. I just finished a whole document thing in my research on edible flowers and how many different varieties of hundreds of edible flowers
There's
there
a
are.
bee.
Lovely little bees.
Actually,
You
my
raise
bees had
bees?
my bees had left, so these are new bees that came out of
On their own.
on their own and decided to move here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're just everywhere. That's the sign of a healthy garden right there.
Yep. I'm pretty happy about it.
Okay. Well, there's a quick little glance around the whole thing. And this is just the beginning. You're going to expand as we get more workers and more time to get out here. She's a bit further away from lot 1 than most of our lots, so it's harder to get out here. It's about a half-hour or so drive. So as we get more volunteers and more people to get work done, we're going to keep building more and more food to feed the people. Thank you for joining us today. We are still at Malibu Farms Lot 9. We just
forgot that we didn't come over and show off the rest of the animals. And hello, beautiful.
Here's my horses. And then in this coop, I have a male turkey, as you can see. He likes to show off. He's like that all the time.
Hello.
And I have a rooster perched up there. And I have 4 hens. One hen is inside the chicken coop and she's sitting a nest. This is day 14, so we should have babies in a week.
Ooh. How fun, how fun. Yes, hello. Yes, hello.
Oh, and I just released a female turkey that I will be giving you an egg from to incubate.
Is that her?
There she is, there she is, there's Wild Thing.
And so this is a wild turkey
Yes,
that came onto your property.
this is her 3rd year returning here. The first year she laid a couple of eggs and I was able to hatch a baby. And the next year she came back with 4 males. And we thought that 3 of them were her sons. You can tell by their beards, their age, and her mate. Now earlier this year I was not happy because her mate was here with her. And he and my turkey were trying to attack each other.
Uh-huh.
Broke my pen door, as a matter of fact, because of it. So then she came back recently without her mate. I haven't seen him. So I let her in the other day because she really wanted to meet with my turkey. And the next day she laid an egg, which I took and am going to turn over to you to incubate, along with a few of the chicken eggs from my chickens. There'll be green eggs in there and brown ones.
Well, how great is that? So we'll be raising over at Lot 1, incubating a wild turkey egg. Okay. How amazing. Just one more beautiful animal that we get to be around on a daily basis.
Okay, then I want to show you my goat. The new goat
Oh.
someone gave me. She had been raised with her mother, and her mother died recently, and she couldn't be alone. Well, she has a good home. So let's see what the wild turkey thinks. She's not happy we're fencing her in. Hey, Pokey.
Give you some space, turkey. We just want to come see the goat. Yeah. Oh,
This is Pokey.
this is Pokey. No, this is the new one.
This is Pokey. No, this is our old boy. And this is Valentine over there.
Huh.
She's a 6-year-old little milk goat. Oh, and the turkey's gonna go over there.
Yes.
No fear of this dog.
No fear of the dog. No fear of the
It's a problem
horses.
because my other dog will chase her.
And not that much fear of you or us.
No, no.
And so they just have this whole huge pen to run in and play in and eat of the thistles.
And she has been getting out lately, and my friend says that she's climbing out. Because when you walk along, and I walked along the whole fence, there was no hole or breakage or anything. And I've noticed this is broken. I don't know, is she climbing out here? We'd like to set up a camera and see how is Valentine getting out. And she's lucky that my big dog hasn't damaged her. Because I've seen my dog running after her and jumping at her neck. And he's ripped up from a former dog I had that went after her.
Oh, poor thing. Yeah, you're just lovely,
I
aren't
come
you?
home from work and she's waiting outside to be put in.
Oh, you can't pet that other goat.
Any food? Any food? I'm doing the knuckle test on him.
And what's that?
Just to feel one knuckle. That's healthy. If you get to 3 knuckles, you're in trouble.
Okay. In trouble how?
That the animal is very ill.
Oh.
I had a ram, and when I noticed he was 3 knuckles, I had the vet out, and he had to be put down. Yeah, when I got her, she was totally shy and wouldn't come near you.
Oh, really?
And so I was feeding her grain. It's kind of like chocolate for him. Whereas he was a hand-raised, little bottle-raised goat, so he was always been very friendly.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna sign off for now. This is May 25th. I believe it's day 8 or 9. Look at the title of the video of me preparing to be self-sufficient. And as you heard just a little while ago in this video, we came up here and we're gonna do some trades. And I'm gonna get some.
Monty's son. Hello, Monty.
Gonna get some baby wild turkey eggs and incubate those, and some baby chicken eggs and incubate them. And yeah, just one more step towards becoming self-sufficient. Remember, June 16th, 30 days, living off my garden and trading with other farmers around Humboldt County.